Right, so I'm just trying to do, or I'm going to attempt to do a live Q&A sometime. I just wanted to test something before we do it. I wanted to see if I could see this video or see that video on my laptop so I can answer questions. I'm not sure if I can. So if you want to ask me a question, just go ahead and ask it. Actually, it might work now. It might work because I've got it up, I think. And then what I can do is I can see the live chat just there, and I should be able to answer the questions. Just going to see if it comes up. Daniel, see, it's coming up now, so this should work. Because what I didn't want to do, I will answer the question, what I didn't want to do was keep looking like this at the phone to read the questions because they're so small. So I've got Daniel and Oliver Altins. When are you going to do another overnighter, man? Well, I'll be honest, I'm not one of those kind of people who does overnighters on my own. To me, that kind of spoils the whole thing. I like to do it with other people, so it's just finding someone else who wants to do an overnighter with me. So if I could find people, then I'll definitely do it. Hope that answers your question, mate. I'm just going to put on Facebook that I'm doing a live video now. Daniel Lewis, are you going to put all your books into one manual? Well, Daniel, that is one thing I've been thinking definitely about doing. So more than likely I probably will do that. I'll put them all into one and then add some more as well, if you know what I mean. Logan Outdoors, hi. Hi, mate. And Daniel and Oliver Outdoors, fair enough, mate. Jason Ingemels, hi, Malk. Are you going to get the outdoor camping videos, etc. sorted out yet? Well, I'll tell you a couple of things. One of them is, I don't know if you saw in the last video, but out the window you can see some woods out there. So, there is woods right outside my back door. But the only thing is, there's a motorway running through the middle of them. And it kind of spoils any video you do. So that's one reason I don't go in those woods. There is some other woods I can go to, but I can only go to them on a Tuesday. And that's, to be honest, that's when I'm actually working. So in the lunch break I can kind of do outdoorsy videos, but, you know, it's not the same thing. Those woods are alright, but they just kind of spoil it. And apart from that, there's no other, there is other places around here, but they're all private, or like there's a lot of people going through them, if you know what I mean, you know, all the time. But I'm going to try and find somewhere I can do videos outdoors more often, you know, so I can get a permission or whatever somewhere. Just going to put on Facebook that I'm live right now, so if people want to watch it, they can. See if we've got any more questions or anything. Hopefully you can't hear them downstairs talking so much. Hopefully you can hear me, not their conversations, what's going on. Right, I'm just going to quickly go on my official JJR Survival page, and then I'll write on there that I'm live, and then maybe more people will come over and speak as well. I'm not ignoring you or nothing, you know. And like I said, this is just a test at the minute. If I know that this is going to work, then I'll do a proper one, do a scheduled one, and then we'll do a proper Q&A and all that, you know what I mean? And I know this works now. Right, so quite a few more's come through. Ryan Noon, hey Malk, any new projects coming up? Well, probably plenty of things. I've been writing down a great big list of things to do, so there should be plenty of projects coming up soon. Jason Ingermals, thanks Malk. I have the same problem of having nowhere to go to wild camp, although I have woods all around me. I know exactly what you mean. There's plenty of woods around here, but there's so many people walking through them. And if they're not walking their dogs, you know, they're private or whatever, or there's roads going through it that spoils them. Mo Hartley, keep up the good work. Cheers, Mo. Logan Outdoors, do you have a hunting dog? Well, I've got two dogs. One is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier and one is a mongrel. But the mother was a collie crossed with a staff, and the father was an American Bulldog. But they're kind of companion pets. They're, you know, they're not for hunting or guard dogs or anything. They're just family pets. Jason Ingerbell's, Malk, are you going to use the new intro you put up the other night? I thought it was really good. But to be honest, Jason, what I was going to do was I was just going to put it as a channel trailer. And then after I'd done it, I kind of wasn't sure, so I made it private. But I might do that because you're about the third person who said that they liked that one. Well, the weird thing was that was made for me by a friend quite a while ago, Vector Cinema, who made a lot of my stuff. I'm not very good at that kind of thing, and he'd made that for me ages ago. But I was a bit, I don't know why I never used it, and then looking through found it again, so I thought I'd use it, you know. But I probably will use it now. Dukes Pursuits, hi Malk, good to see you. Can you do your best survival Russia impression? Well, I don't know what he sounds like, to be honest. Maybe next time I'll think of something. Mo Hartley, keep up the good work. Cheers, Mo. Cheers, Mo. Logan Outdoors, what's the worst that can happen if I get caught on public land? And also, what's the worst just for making a fire in the woods? Well, a lot of places have their own kind of bylaws. Like, for example, those woods down there, which I go to, it says no camping, no fires, anything like that. But I'm not encouraging anyone to break the law, but we went down there and I camped and made fires. But the difference is right, it's a big set of woods which cut off through the middle by a motorway. This side is highly populated by dog walkers and everything's like really looked after. There's a tunnel that goes under the motorway, go through to the other side, and then the other side, no one really goes in, things like that. So you can camp out there for probably a month and no one would ever see you and pay any attention. I'm not encouraging anyone to do that, but if I got caught doing it, I really don't know what they would do or what they could do. They might be able to fine you or something, possibly, but who says that, you know, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it's going to be nothing too serious if it's kind of like public land and you're doing it. You know what I mean? Private property might be different because that's someone's property and, you know, they could do all sorts of things. Possibly try and prosecute you privately or something. I'm not 100% sure. I've never been caught doing it. So, but like I said, I'm not encouraging anyone to do that. I wouldn't go me personally, I wouldn't go trespassing on people's private property, because I wouldn't like that done to me. But that's public woods. Anyone can go in them, but they've just got some bylaws to say you can't do these things. So when we did it, we kept the fire small in a Dakota fire pit. You couldn't see it. Camouflage tarps, and kept right out of the way of other people. You know, hard to say, mate. I hope that answered your question, Logan. If it didn't, just reply again. Bosna Zapada, which is West Bosnia. Hello, mate. I often see him on another live broadcast, what we look at. Logan Outdoors. Laugh out loud. I went camping at a res with my two mates and his dad caught a few fish. It was late summer night and we made the fire about 7 foot tall and the police were sat on a hill the other side. Didn't tell us off much. They just wanted the number plate. Yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes people won't do anything. I really do think if the police or something come into the woods there, or someone called the police, I really don't know what they could say apart from get out. Then as long as you don't argue with people and start trying to fight people or things like that, just go, yeah, all right, we'll go, pack your stuff up and go. There's not a lot they can really do. I've just got to clear my throat. Right. Unrelated, Daniel and Oliver Atlands, unrelated to bushcraft, how many hours of tattoos have you got? To be honest, I don't know. I had them all in a really short period. When I turned 17, I had one tattoo. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of got addicted to them. And then started getting another and another and another. And then just tons. And then I was getting them every week. But I never actually really kind of timed the hours it took, if you know what I mean. But I've got all up my arms, down the front, back, everything. The only place I haven't really got them is on genitals, backside, and the back of my legs. Most places I've got, and I ain't got none, here obviously. Logan Outdoors, they also didn't know if you were allowed to camp there. Well, that's the thing. Some places don't know, and someone else might call the police or something. They might go down there and they don't know whether you can or not. That woods I go in, I think it used to, or it may still have signs that say you can't. So if there's a sign there, then it's pretty obvious. But then I suppose you could say you didn't see the sign. I'm not encouraging none of that, by the way. I'm just saying, Jason Ingemels, we will have to move to Scotland and we can all wild camp like the Scottish Wanderer. Yeah, because funny thing is, I didn't realise that until quite recently, that they've got the right to roam laws, I think. So you can pretty much go wherever you like. I think. Daniel and Oliver Outlands, haha, yeah. Jason Ingalls, can you tell us the story of the Dustman mistaking you for a weapon collector the other month, please? Sure. So you know about that one? Well, I don't know if Michael must have said, but that was a weird one. He was working quite locally, and actually I'm just going to turn the sound down on this. I was working locally, and I was outside this house, and a bin man was outside coming along, and he kept looking at me and staring at me really weird. And in the end I just thought, I'll just say, alright mate. And he said, alright, are you a weapon collector? And he said, I really like your crossbows. And I said, oh, well, funny thing is, I'm not actually a weapon collector, I'm his twin brother. And then I don't know whether he believed me and just thought I was lying, but I said, I am his brother, I've got my own YouTube channel, JJR Survival. And he said, nice to meet you, mate. And it was weird. I don't know whether he thought I was lying and just trying to make out like I wasn't him, but... Right, give me 1 second, I'm just going to tell them not to be quiet. Who's in the house? Oh, I'm trying to do a live video. Yeah, don't keep shouting so much. Right, back again. So you got any more questions? None at the minute. Rivet 90, what's your favourite tipple? Well, funny enough, if you mean booze, I don't actually drink unless it's a special occasion. I rarely ever drink. To be honest, my favourite drink, if it's a normal drink, is water. If it is booze, which is only on a special occasion, would be lager or gin and tonic. What's in the Woods said, hi everyone, hi. Daniel Lewis said, who would win a fight, me or Mike? We used to get asked that a lot when we was younger. Well, we're twins, so it'd be equal, it'd be a draw. Logan Outdoors, I really want to shoot a pigeon with my slingshot on public land, but people where I live are all old snitches who take pictures of you. Well, I know what you mean there. Well, the only thing I could say is you can, if you've got permission, that is doable. You can shoot pigeons with a catapult. I don't know whether you've got a garden or not, but there's no law to say you can't shoot, you can't shoot animals. Not necessarily pigeons, you can't shoot animals with a catapult. It is legal. But I do think that you need a reason to kill birds nowadays. You can't just kill them for the sake of eating them. They've got to be, that they're some sort of pest or something. But if you could find somewhere else to go, that's all I could say, mate, really. Rivet 90, only reason I ask is I've seen the video of you and your brother in the pub, both merry. Well, that I think that was a special occasion. I'm one of them. I rarely drink ever. When I do drink, it affects me a lot, and I get pretty drunk pretty easy unless I've eaten a lot of food, and then I'll still manage to get really badly drunk anyway. Getting a few more questions now. Oh, I don't know whether I'll answer that, but Rivet90 had said, only reason I asked is I've seen a vid of you and your brother in the pub, both merry. Mo Hartley said, are you West Country? Well, funny thing is, a lot of people say that, and about my dad, but I'm not actually at all. I'm from a place called Buckinghamshire, which is southeast England, but I think my family had always had kind of countryside-y accents, and I've picked up their accent and sound like a country bumpkin, I suppose. What's in the Woods? How long have you gave up for fags? Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I do still have an e-cigarette constantly, but I haven't smoked a cigarette for it's at the very least 2 years, and it may be longer. And personally with those e-cigarettes, it's easy in my opinion, because you just get addicted to them instead. But it's been about 2.5, maybe 3 years. Logan Outdoors, yeah, I have a garden. My neighbour feeds them loads, but they hardly come in my garden. Could I shoot a squirrel with one if it's a grey one then? By all means, yeah, and there's no law against that, as far as I know. You could double check it in your area, whatever, but hunting with a catapult definitely isn't illegal, and things like squirrels and rats and that are pests, so I couldn't see why not. I don't see what anyone could do. As long as you're doing it humanely, that's the thing. Jason Ingemels, have you modded any of your air guns, Mount? Have you still got the survival air gun? I used to mod all mine. Used to do all sorts of things. Cut the barrels down, put silencers on them. Do all sorts of things. But I haven't got the survival air rifle anymore. I've still got most of my other air guns. I'll have to, dig them out and do some videos about them. Rivet 90, cheers, Matt. Cheers, Matt. Cheers, mate. Duke's Pursuit. Sorry, press the wrong button. What's in the Woods. I did the same vaping for now for 6 months. Duke and Shoots. Press the wrong button. Check out Gamekeeper John's channel on Catapults if you haven't already. Funny enough, I have, and I occasionally speak to his dad on Facebook when he puts pictures of Catapults up. Funny enough, I watched one of the son's live videos today, because I noticed these live videos are getting really, really popular, and they're interesting to watch and they're interesting to be part of. Logan Outdoors, good. What's in the Woods, I did the same, vaping now for 6 months. If you want to give up smoking, I would highly recommend just getting a vape thing. I've only got one of these little, you know, these little kind of pen ones, because I don't like big things. I like anything to be small and compact, lightweight, so you're not carrying something that weighs you down. But I'd highly recommend that to anyone who wants to give up smoking. Logan Outdoors, wait, so I could shoot a squirrel in the head humane on common land. The common land part, I'm not 100% sure on. In your own garden, definitely. You'd have to have a look at the laws on common land. I have heard some things about common land, that you can do things, that's why they call common land, but it might be better if you look into that a bit more than what I'm saying, if you know what I mean. Because you never know what, you know, police are like. Daniel Lewis, that survival gun video was the first video I watched. Yeah, it's still on there. It's got quite a lot of views, actually. It's one of my most highest viewed videos that I ever did. You know, hundreds of thousands of views. And I get a hell of a lot of trolling and bad feedback on that one. They hate it. You know, they hate it that I've cut that the barrel was short and the stock was detachable. They absolutely hate it. But I can guarantee you, even though that only had a barrel that long, you could still cock it, and that would kill pheasants at close range, 100%. You know, it's not so much about the power, but the accuracy. It was still there. It was a relatively good gun, and it had good sights on it, and you could still get headshots on pheasants. I'm saying, you know, not from a long way away, but, you know, you could get close to them, and you could get them. Just having a look. Logan Outdoors, were you in John's stream this morning? If you mean Gamekeeper John, yeah, I went on it and I commented and I said that I think I said hello mate. I often speak to your dad on Facebook, so I thought I'd check out your live stream, and he read that one out, but he never read the name out. So Jason Ingemel's, by the way, sorry if I miss any comments, hopefully I don't, but Jason Ingemel's, what do you reckon to Mike's latest survival air gun then? I watched that video and I liked it. I did say as a joke I would have cut the barrel in half and cut the stock off as well, but I don't know, I probably would have done it if that was me. I like things, like I said, small, compact. There is laws on that though. Overall length has to be a certain size. I can't remember off the top of my head. It is on that my survival air rifle video. As long as it's the overall length is a certain length and the barrel is a certain length, then it would be legal to do. Unless they've updated these laws, that was the law when I did it, and it was all relevant. You know, no one could really say anything. Daniel and Oliver out. It's interesting being able to talk to a YouTuber almost one-to-one. Well, that's why I wanted to do this live stream, because I went on a couple of nights ago. I went on a live stream. There's a bloke called Rob who runs a channel called vidIQ, and it's kind of just like about YouTube stuff. And I sometimes wonder why I've been on YouTube 10 years and only got 14,000 subscribers. So I kind of look at some of these things. I had a look, and it was so interesting that you could ask a question and he'd answer it. I thought it was brilliant. So then I thought, well, you know, I ought to do one. So this one is a test, and now I know it definitely works. I will definitely do more and maybe do them regularly. Logan Outdoors, what's Mike's channel? My twin brother, Weapon Collector. I don't know how much of a delay I'm getting like this, but like I said, you can't see, but when you use the phone, the writing comes up on the screen tiny, and for me to read it, I would have to do this every 5 minutes to have a look. Actually, I'm just going to plug a charger in it. I would have to get up like that every 5 minutes to be able to see it. So I've rigged up the, just putting a charger in here so this don't run out. So I've rigged up the laptop so I can kind of see both. But I don't know whether there's a delay from your messages to now, but it's working good though for me. I've just got to try and find where he was. What's watching? Oh, Daniel and Oliver Outings, can we have a tour of your garage workshop one day? By all means, definitely. Funny thing is, I had planned on doing it, but to be honest, I thought no one would be interested, so I didn't do it. But now I know someone is, I'll do it for you. A little update on that. I finally found out why the roof was leaking. I shouldn't have left it so long, I was stupid to. But I kept thinking, oh, you know, it'll stop, it'll be alright. Went up on the roof and there was a hole about, if you can see, about that big in the roof. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what caused it. So I did a quick kind of repair job myself by getting some felt, laying it on, heating it up and melting it to it, and then kind of dripping some around it. It may work, it may not. But recently, that's why I've been filming in here, because I'd had to move everything out of the way and put buckets on the floor to try and catch water. But that should be sorted now, and I might be able to go back in there. But by all means, I'll do your tour of it, definitely. What's in the words? I have your 3 books. Are you working on one at the moment? Funny thing is, right this second, I'm working on another one. I really love writing the books and doing the pictures myself. Oh, and what's in the woods? Thank you so very much for buying them. You know, I couldn't say thank you enough to everyone who did buy them. It means the world to me, honest to God. I absolutely mean that. It's something I always wanted to do, but always thought I could never do it. And then I thought I'd try it, and turns out it's actually way easier than you would ever imagine. And if anyone ever needs any help on getting books out there, ask me and I'll help you, you know, as much as I can. I'm doing one at the minute. I've just been drawing the pictures. Funny enough, I was going to bring the pictures up and show you them, but I might have to do that in another one. I'm doing a trap one. Because I thought, you know, probably that's what I'm most known for, I'd imagine, for the traps. And then I thought, I haven't even done a proper, you know, primitive trap one. So I'm doing a trap one, but of basic, simple traps. You know, when you don't need a lot of materials and a lot of weird setting up and really intricate triggers. It's all simple triggers and stuff like that. And I've done the pictures myself, and hopefully I'm going to do them big pictures, you know, full size page of pictures, and then a full size page of writing or something like that. HN, are you planning on doing a video with your brother? Well, no plans to, but I would do, but it's just, sounds weird, but it's just getting time together to do these things. But if he ever wanted to do one, I'd do one, you know what I mean? I was just having to just have a look at a comment then. Daniel and Oliver Outons, John who, I assume they mean John Webb as in Gamekeeper John. I assume. Jason Ingermals, does it get you when people troll and leave unnecessary negative personal comments? That is one of the reasons I'm reluctant to post any videos myself. Not at all. Not one bit. Think about it this way, right? They've gone out of their way to try and annoy you. I just find that so funny that that's what they do. And not a lot I can really say, but never let it bother you. The best thing to do is just don't reply, just delete and block them. Because the whole thing is they want you to reply and they want you to do stuff like that. So never let it bother you. It never bother me. I actually think it's quite funny. There's quite a lot of ones what I used to get all the time. Don't really get them so much now. Funny thing is, when I was just clicking away there, that's because someone had put a not to me, but an offensive comment on there, what would probably, you know, annoy some people. So I just deleted it and then timed them out of it. But troll comments don't bother me at all, even if they're really personal ones, because they just gone out of their way to just try and do that. I just find that funny more than anything. So Jason, if you want to, you know what I mean, you know, do videos. Never think of that rubbish. Logan Outdoors. Eve. Oh no, sorry. Where am I? Thought I've missed a load. Let me go back up. Got it coming through a lot faster now. Irish Hunter. Watching your vids got me back into traps and trapping and bushcraft. How easy would it be to put the conny bear trap you got into a wooden box trap? Pretty easy. That is one of the videos I'm definitely going to do soon. I'm going to do some videos of making a box for it and videos of making a mesh cage for it, which makes them then legal to use in England. Well, we'll definitely do that. But it's not hard, and I'll do some videos on it. Daniel Lewis, I cut down my B2 but didn't touch the barrel. Doing the barrel isn't hard, as long as you keep it a certain length and then you recrown the end of it. But that's a video in itself talking about that. But it's not hard to do. Daniel and Oliver Outings have just subbed to Mike's. Thumbs up. Cheers Daniel and Oliver. Jason Ingerwell's highly recommended. Weapon Collector's channel is excellent. I sometimes wonder why Mike hasn't got, you know, 100,000 subscribers. He should have. It's just weird how, you know, I don't know what it is. Something or whatever just holds it back. But he should have way more than what he's got. He should, you know what I mean? Logan Outdoors. In a couple of months, once I have finished making about 20 catties, almost finished, and I'll be selling. Do you make any more? So I haven't made any threads. I was just thinking what I think it's Oliver had mentioned about who's John. Because my name used to be John J Rambo 1111, that's why Logan is calling me John. That makes sense. I haven't made any catapults for a while except for naturals, just purely because I'd done a similar thing. I'd made loads and loads and loads, and then we can't use them all, so I just stopped making them. But I can still make them, and if I need to, you know what I mean. Logan Outdoors, laugh out loud. You and your brother look similar, but he looks smaller and less tattooed. Well, we are, so far as I know, exactly the same height, but Randy looks slightly shorter. GNU Ninja, did you get rid of the mouse problem in your workshop? I'm still working on that. I've just set a load of... Weird thing is, I'd set loads of traps up all over the place. A lot of them hadn't been catching anything, and then I moved them to a different area, and now they've started catching. So hopefully it'll work. But they'd been chewing all sorts of things, and I keep finding other bits. I'd even put stuff in boxes, and they still got into them. It drives me mad, that does. They just ruin everything, just, you know. Logan Outdoors, do I have a job? Yeah, I do have a job. Work as a tree surgeon, kind of like landscape gardener, I suppose. By the way, hopefully I'm not missing people's comments. If I do, just put it again. Do I, Daniel and Oliver Outings, do you have a blooper reel, fingers in traps, falling over, swearing, etc.? Well, the funny thing is, I haven't got my fingers in any traps or anything like that for a long time. When I first started doing the videos, I used to hit my hand with a hammer and stuff like that. But most of the time I just leave it in the video, but no one ever seemed to notice it. But I haven't got a blooper reel, funny enough. Normally my bloopers are me saying things wrong, rather than actually doing things. I had one where I was bending a coping saw blade into a tin, and it sprung out and just missed my face when it sprung out. But it kind of, it wasn't really funny, it was just more annoying. So I just deleted it and got rid of it. Daniel and Oliver Outings, Gamekeeper John, cheers. Well, I was probably wrong about that. He might be referring to me as John, because my name used to be John J. Rambo. You know, on here. John J. Rambo 11111. And because of that name, you know, it was a right name, but it kind of didn't really make sense, I suppose. So I changed it to JJR Survival. Logan Outdoors, even when you get a dislike, you still getting your channel out there. With more comments, your channel gets out there. More same with likes and dislikes. Yeah, you know, there's someone out there who dislikes every one of my videos, no matter what they are, and no matter, even if they've been on there for about 5 seconds, they dislike it. But that's still, you know, activity, I suppose. So, you know, and they've gone out their way to try and, you know, do something weird to you. So never let it bother you. 163CTX061. Here, Logan. Every click is a view. Good or bad. Keep the vids going, mate. Cheers, mate. Much appreciated. Irish Hunter. Great. Looking forward to those vids. I hope that I'm not answering these way too late, because I'm, like I said, I'm reading them on this, but I think they're coming on my phone quicker. But like I said, they're about this small, and for me to do it, I'll have to keep getting up and having a look. So don't know if I said this one. Irish Hunter, great, looking forward to those vids. Daniel Lewis, what football teams do you support? Well, Daniel, I don't actually watch football or anything. I'm not a sports person. I never have been. I don't think there's any sports I'm into, or not, you know, like the big ones. I can't think of any sport that I actually like. So I don't really support anyone. If England's playing on the World Cup and I was kind of feeling a bit like in football, then I'd support England. But that's only, you know, more because I'm a patriotic person, if you know what I mean. Hoonazit, hello buddy. Hello Hoonazit. Prepper Dell, good to see a live chat. Cheers Dell, glad you could come on. Is Prepper Dell again, is there one trap that you prefer, overall that you prefer? The Arapuca bird trap, but not necessarily with a cage. Can have a deadfall, but the trigger of the Arapuca bird trap, in my opinion, is one of the best triggers you'll ever get, and it will go off at the lightest touch, and it will hold big rocks or will hold a light cage. So the Arapuca bird trap, the trigger mechanism of it at the very least, is my favourite overall of anything at the minute, until I, might find something better. But when I used to be able to catch pheasants and squirrels and that in kind of primitive-ish traps, most of them was an Arapuca trigger with either a metal cage or a chicken wire cage. That trigger, one tap, goes off every time perfectly as well. Prepperdell, I have the same. Someone's always thumbs down my videos. Yeah, I know, it's weird. Never let that get you down or anything though. It's just some freak, I suppose. But if they want to go out of their way to go on your channel, because the weirdest thing is to probably subscribe to you as well. That's even a weirder thing. They're going on there thumbing it down. Who cares? It doesn't actually cause any harm to your channel. It's all activity. Jason Ingemels, I thought you might have seen a message from Jack Striker. He is another channel I highly recommend. Oh yeah, Jack Striker. I like his channel. Very different to anything, but good channel. Well worth looking at. It probably, because this is a bit of an impromptu live chat, but what I will do next time, now I know this works, and I can read the comments there, and then answer them to you there, I'll probably shift the camera around a bit better though. Maybe put, have the laptop here, so I can read facing you. Now I know it works, I'll definitely do more of these. Jason Ingemels, I hate football too. I am exactly the same. Only thing is, I do weights and judo. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like I said, never really been into sports at all. Any of them. When we was younger, when we was at school, I used to hate football, to be honest. But they used to let us play like this indoor. It was a kind of cross between wrestling, football, basketball. It was basically do whatever you wanted, because the teacher just let us do it. I used to enjoy that because it was a laugh and there was no rules and no stupid nonsense like that. But apart from that, I've never really been into sport. Logan Outdoors, I have to... where is it? Logan Outdoors, I have to go to school tomorrow. Will you be live tomorrow? Possibly not tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, or... I want to do it so everyone knows a bit in advance. So if I do it, I'll give advance warning properly. And it'll be like a day's worth of advance notice, or maybe a few days, rather than just go live and see what happens. This is, like I said, there's a bit of a test to see what happened. We'll definitely do it again, 100%. And we'll think of some ideas. If you've got other ideas of things I could do live, like making something or doing something, by all means, I'll do them. Daniel and Oliver outings. I'm off, guys. Early start. Great chat and reading the comments. Look forward to the next one. JGR, Dan and Oliver. Thanks for coming on, Dan and Oliver. I really do appreciate it. So if you got to go, good night, mate. Prepperdell. Do you have a fishing trap that's tried and tested? I tend to use the 1 litre plastic, the bottle one. I had a kind of one of those net fish traps which coils up. I think it's got a coil of wire in it, and it kind of concertinas up, and then you put a couple of clips. I had one of them, and that was absolutely brilliant, and that used to catch fish all the time, but I don't know what happened to it. Probably deep in the garage somewhere hidden. But homemade ones, that's one thing I've never really got into, like the primitive ones, purely because it's a lot of work to make them. Except for, like you said, the bottle ones. And now if you get great big bottles, like really big bottles, I would do it and try it. But I've tried the normal ones, like your your 2 litre bottle with the lid inverted. But this big proper one I had was absolutely brilliant. Logan Outdoors. Bye, bye mate. Daniel Lewis. Have to go, goodbye. Cheers for coming on, Daniel. And Logan Outdoors. Yeah, like a crayfish trap. I have, the funny thing is, I have got a video. I did use it and got a video. I think I called the video Covert Fish Trap or something like that. I don't know whether I missed a comment from HN. He's written, have you got any? Oh, I think he means have I got any good drinking stories? Well, to be totally honest, whenever I used to get drunk, I used to get really drunk. So, not a lot I can really remember, except for being dragged home and then waking up in weird places. Or going somewhere, getting drunk, and then just falling asleep on a chair like this, and then waking up in the morning. Hard cheese. What town are you from? Well, the county is Buckinghamshire. Have you ever heard of a place called High Wycombe? Pepperdale. What about an otter board? Used to use one when I was a lad. Funny enough, I know what you mean. I've seen them, but I've never actually used one. Jason Ingemel's got to go now, Malk. Enjoyed the live chat. Look forward to the next one. Bye, everyone. Cheers for coming on, Jason. I do appreciate it. I appreciate everyone coming on, you know. Really good of you. Don't know how long I've been live for at the minute. Actually, 47 minutes. Pepperdale, easy to make, use treble hooks. Well, from the pictures I've seen, it does look relatively easy to do. Hard cheese. Yes, I'm from the Chalfonts, Mount. Ah, so not far away then. It's surprising, there's a couple of people I've spoke to who say they're not far from here as well. But for some weird reason I've got an accent which doesn't sound, well, a lot of people don't think it sounds like from around here. They think it's like West Country and that, but I don't know. So people probably don't assume that I'm from kind of around this place. But I am. Pepperdale, any plans on the future of the channel, like doing more outdoor survival type stuff? If I could get out all the time and do outdoor videos, I definitely would. But like I said, literally if I walk out my back door, take 10 steps, I'm in woods. Don't know if you probably won't be able to see, but there's woods just there. But running right through the middle of them is a motorway. And the noise from the motorway is absolutely unbelievable, and especially unbelievable if you're trying to film a video so loud you'd never believe it. So that's kind of a bit of a downfall, unless we kind of changed the sound or something, but then it, you know, makes it a bit weird to do that. But I'd love to do more proper outdoor ones, but it's just finding a place to do it. Hooners yet? By what name do you prefer to be called? Well, by my name really, so Malk or Malcolm. But I have no problem in anybody calling me John, because for so long my YouTube name was John J Rambo 11111. So anyone calls me John, I'll answer to that, you know, all the time. But my name, you know. Hard cheese. Plenty of good woods in Lane End. Yeah, well, no laying end. Funny enough, I went up there quite a few years ago doing some shooting in some fields. But the funny thing was, it was a bit of a weird one. Someone had said to me that they've got permission to do this shooting. We go and shoot rabbits completely legally, fine. Got up there, and then every time a car drove past, he kept saying, "You better get down and hide." And turned out he didn't have permission at all. So, but I know what you mean, yeah. What's in the woods? Lost 3 pike plugs, Wednesday fishing, bloody trees and bushes. Pepperdale. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes think people don't realise how much time you have to put into your channel. Yeah, it's quite surprising. I'll be honest, I'm one of them people, I don't need a lot of time to do a video. But you're knocking at the door? Right, I thought someone was knocking at the door then. But doing any video, if you're travelling places and doing it, you know, you've got to find the time to do these things. So, but, you know, I'm going to try and do some more outdoor videos when I can. But to be honest, a lot of the ones I do, they end up videos I do in my lunch break when I'm at work. So they're quick ones, you know, it depends what I've got on me. But I've got a plan of, as you saw the other day, or you probably saw, I had this cheap shelter kit. What the idea is with that, I'm going to take that and hide that in some woods. And then I can just go down the woods, dig it out, rig it up, and then do videos quickly like that. That should be a plan, hopefully. Then that way, I should be able to do more videos like that. Who is it? Okay, Malk, I'm John, or who knows it? H&N, any chance of you and your brother doing a video together? Well, hopefully, yeah, there is a chance of it, definitely. But it's just 2 things. Finding the time to do it, and finding a of what we're going to do together, what we both want to do, if you know what I mean. If that makes sense. Prepper Del, your videos are great, practical knowledge, mate. Cheers, Del. I want to smoke this, but I don't know if I should smoke it online. Don't want to encourage people to smoke or, you know, anything like that. Chazanator, hello. Hello, Chazanator. The Chazanator is about 5 foot away in the room next door, which is Luke's girlfriend. So Shazanator has got a shout out now on my channel. She keeps going on other ones getting a shout out. Luke Outdoors, any chance of a collab? Well, Luke, you're about 5 foot away in that room as well. Me and you definitely do. We'll do it this week if you want. Me and Luke will do a live Q&A or something in the week together. So if you think that's a good idea, Luke, you better say yeah, and we'll do it. Prepper Del, I'm a landscape gardener, but tore my hamstring on a job last week. So catching up on vids. Funny thing is, Del, like I said earlier on, my job is mainly tree surgery and hedge cutting, but we do landscape gardening as well. So I know what kind of job that is, and you can soon get an injury doing that. I hope you recover, mate, quickly and all that. I've never had nothing like that, so I don't know what it's like, personally. Luke Outdoors, wicked, yes. Shazanator, yes, do it. You, hopefully, most of you probably realise, well, of course you do, because we've done a video together already. Me and Luke. Luke's my stepson. So, because we did the video down the woods in the snow. So, we'll see if we can do a live, and Luke can be in the Q&A as well. And if Shazanator wants to be in it as well, she can be in it as well. Prepper Dell, thanks mate, you don't want it. Nah, by the sounds of it, I don't. The only kind of injuries I've had from doing work is kind of, I don't know what it was, but I did something to my elbow joint and had to wear one of those support bandages. But to be honest with you, at the same time, at home, I'd been making bows. So I'd be chopping with an axe and then keep drawing it back. And then went to work and carried on doing stuff, and that really did the joint of my elbow in. But, you know, just putting a sport bandage on and leaving it for a while, it recovered. But funny enough, it's never quite ever been the same, if you know what I mean. Shazanator, whoop whoop. Now, Shazanator and Luke will appreciate this. It's unbelievable how much water you do have to drink while doing these live videos, because I think you end up talking more than you'd talk in a normal situation. I'm just going to see if I've got any more water here, which I haven't, so I'll leave that for now. Oh, I've got some here. Right. Prepper Dell, tendon damage never heals in our jobs, mate. No, I think it's because, like you said, you keep going back to work, constantly doing stuff the same again and again and again. They never seem to heal right. Hard cheese, you guys must go snowed under at work with all the recent storm damage. Well, the funny thing is, we had been doing some storm falling trees and stuff like that, but not as much as you'd think though. But the thing is, it's not so much, there wasn't a lot of trees blown down or branches. Around this area there is an unbelievable amount of other tree surgeons. Unbelievable. When you're on the road you see tons of them driving past them all the time. So a question for you now, is the camera quality on my phone good enough, acceptable for doing, you know, this live video? It doesn't look too bad on the laptop, it looks better on the phone though. I don't know whether that's... Cheers Del for answering that. I appreciate that. That's good, quality's fine, that's right. Well, this water's been in here for a while, so... But it's a glass bottle, so it should be right. Hard cheese, it's fine melt. That's good. Hoonah's it. Yep, looking good. Irish Hunter. Yeah, quality and sounded good. That's good to know. Because, I don't know if you know this as well. It's not random. To live stream on your phone is simple. You just press the upload button and then you go to live and then it's pretty much done. To live stream on your laptop is completely different. You have to have streaming software and all kind of rubbish like that. Well, I ain't very good with technology. That's not my thing. So I thought I'd try it on my phone and then read the comments here. Seems to work perfectly fine. So that's good to know. What's in the woods? Brit, looks good, mate. Yeah, so I'd recommend if you're going to do live, what I've got is my normal tripod, camera tripod, and I've got one of those, it's a holder for a phone. It's one of my, you pull it up, it's like on springs, you put your phone in, and that's how I'm doing it. Joseph McDonald, has your knife sharpening kit changed from older vids? No, exactly the same knife sharpening kit. Funny thing is, Luke, 1 year for Christmas, did buy me, I think it's a Lansky sharpening set. So I have got that as well. And that would really do precise angles, and it's got loads of different bits in it, whatever. But apart from that, just a normal whetstone or whatever. That's what I use and what I've got. Brad Dell, I'm crap with technology, laugh at that. To be honest, I am as well. And I hate, two things I hate doing, is I hate editing videos. A lot of people say they love it. I absolutely hate editing videos. That's why you can notice a lot of my videos are just done in one take. And if I mess it up, I'll just film the entire thing again. Or maybe I'll do a take, stop, have a break from it, then carry on, you know, rather than cutting bits out afterwards. I just can't bear that. And when it comes to technology, like it said about streaming software, I don't want to download more stuff on my laptop. I don't want to do things like that. So, Prepper Dell, Lansky is a great kit but can't beat whetstone in the shop. That's true. There's something about just doing it on a larger whetstone with a rough and a smooth side. You can get good results from it. And I found with the Lansky, I couldn't sharpen, unless I just couldn't get the angle, I couldn't sharpen a Scandi grind blade. Just couldn't do it. I don't know whether it's just me or it couldn't get the angle or it's not set up right. But then when I put it on a whetstone, I could do the Scandi grind blade easy. So, hard cheese. Malk, do you have any other hobbies you'll admit to? Right, well, I'm a bit of one of them person. I've probably had 101 different hobbies, and then I do them for a while, then I go on to something else. But bushcraft is one of bushcraft survival. I regard myself as a survivalist, so survival, you know, that's one was always stuck. I used to collect coins. Well, I say I used to. I still do collect coins. When I say coins, like your normal coins you get in your change, so it don't cost you nothing. I've got loads and loads of coins, tons of the old £1, and all the weird ones that come out. I've got loads of those. It's one hobby. I don't know whether you call writing books as a hobby. That's a hobby now. I'm one of them kind of people. I'm a collector. I like collecting things. That's it, really. Pepper Dell, you've done well though. The size of your channel proves you don't need to be Hollywood. Cheers, Dell. Appreciate that, mate. Luke Outdoors, at Hard Cheese, he's had tons. Well, Luke would know, I have had tons and tons of different hobbies. But most of them I get proper serious at them, and I do them. It's not that they fizzle out, but, you know, like I said, like the coins, I'd still collect coins. But I never come across any, so if I did, I'd still collect them, if you know what I mean. Prepper Dell, I used to be a butcher before I joined the army, so loved using sharpening steel, believe it or not. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've got a sharpening steel. Occasionally, you know, run it down the blade, but like you said, a whetstone and a strop. Hey Jen, what's your favourite band? Well, I used to like. I'll tell you some of my favourites, and they changed as they went through the years. And I still like these channels, bands. So something just came up on the thing, so I wonder what that was. I used to like these bands, and I still do. So Oasis, Madness. So I'm just looking at the thing. It keeps coming up saying very bad connection. Oasis, Madness, and probably others, but can't think off the top of my head. A red band keeps coming across the top of the phone saying very bad connection. Is it still, am I still connected, and is it still working alright? Just going to write something. Just writing something so you can all see it. In case you end up. Right, who is it? Hold on. Hard cheese, I'm lazy now and use a Ken Onion sharpener now. Hey Chen, madness is up there along with bad manners for me. Chazinator, bad manners. No, madness, yes. Who is it? Getting blurry, on and off, on and off. A red band. Oh, that's my one. Watching the words, did I say Little Mix? I must have when I got a bad connection. Weapons 1978, bad connection, yeah. When you're talking on the phone, it comes across the top saying bad connection. So that means Luke's probably in there next door putting his laptop on, trying to do some gaming or something. See what time we've got now. Oh, we're on to 1 hour, so that's probably the longest I've ever been online, and the longest I've probably ever done non-stop talking as well. Is it still a bad connection at the minute? Well, another question. Hard cheese. Did you used to visit Scorpion Records before it was knocked down? To be honest, mate, I don't know. No. Didn't. Jazzanate, and now it's all good. On about the connection. HN, it varies. Joseph McDonald, seems good connection again. Meredith's Mayhem, poor quality. Rick, always prepared. Better. Who is it? First I thought it was my computer acting up again. No, it's, like I said, you can't see it, but on the phone, a red band comes across the top, like this. Comes across the top, and in it says very bad connection. And then when I look at this, I notice this is going all blurry. Some HN sometimes goes blurry but seems better. Meredith Mayhem. Okay, there we go, better now. Don't want to encourage anyone to smoke. Not even an e-cig. You only end up getting addicted to that as well. Rick, always prepared. May need to restart router sometimes, or router. Sometimes that helps. Who is it? Okay, so I won't body slam my CP. Chasnat is laughing at that. Who is it? Have some smoke. Miranda Stanet says hello. Hello. Just seeing if there's any more questions coming up. I'll probably keep this going for about possibly another 20 minutes if people stay on and carry on commenting. Obviously if it all dwindles down, then I'll turn off. But Rick, always prepared, big fan of the live feed. Cheers, Rick. Do you know what, like I said earlier on, I'd been going on a few other people's live feeds to see what they was like, and I think they're brilliant. You know, absolutely great, because you can answer people there and then and actually speak to them. Who is it? I am smoking a cig. Rick, always prepared. You and Mike gonna do another video together. Hopefully, I just gotta find something we both want to do and a time to do it. But if we can figure something out, I'll do it for definite. John Kent, you will be doing another battle box with your brother, as I watched one you done. Really enjoyed it. A lot of people really did like that, and I remember that. That was sent to us by Kilkenny Knife and Tool over from Ireland. If I could figure something out, but that was a good video. We could both take a bit out each, and then show our opinion on each bit. I'll have to figure something out like that. Hey Jen, what's the biggest animal you caught in a trap or shot? Biggest animal I've caught in a trap, I'd say pheasant, and I'd probably say the same thing, pheasant. Rick, always prepared. Cheers, mate. Cheers to you, Rick. Miranda Stanet, what topic are we discussing today? Well, there's no specific topic. It's just a random Q&A test video to see if this whole setup will work. So I hope everyone's not going to ask all their questions today and then not have any more later in the week. Who is it? I liked that one too. A lot of people did like that one. Because you both, people saw us both in the same video, saw our opinions. We were taking one bit and then I was, people liked it a lot. Perhaps we could, I know an idea we probably could do. We'd probably do something like, I get a survival kit or something, and then we'll both take a part out and say something about it, or something like that. Hey Jen, have you seen Jorg Sprav channel? And if so, do you like the stuff he does? I remember Jorg Sprav when he used to have, a couple of thousand subscribers and was just doing, slingshots, catapults all the time. Yeah, I like Jorg Sprav. Even though his stuff is totally different now, it seems. I like him. He's a funny bloke. He's interesting. He do all sorts of weird contraptions, devices. No, I like his channel. Good channel. Hard cheese. Do you have any interest in terrier hunting? Well, to be honest, I don't know. I've never really done it. Couldn't really say. Nothing against it at all, And if it's a way of doing it, then do it. But I've never tried it, so I can't really say much about it, really. Miranda Sanders, what's the strangest food you've eaten and when's your next book out? Well, the strangest thing I've probably eaten is... I was going to say ants' eggs. Ants' eggs and stag beetle grubs, probably. And when is the next book out? Well, I haven't got a date right now for when it's out, but literally right now, I'm writing and doing a new book. I'm trying to gradually get them bigger and bigger and bigger, but you'd be surprised how hard it is to fill the pages of a book to make it big. You know, you put all the information in and you look and it's only 30 pages, and without writing nonsense just to fill pages up, you know, it's quite hard to do. What's in the Woods has ripped those poor terriers. I don't think he meant hunting terriers, but hunting with terriers. And Chazanate has ripped, ooh, wow. Or you can have ants' eggs for dinner tomorrow if you want. By the way, like I said, hopefully I'm not missing people's comments or questions. If I do, just write it down again. Hard cheese. You're not going vegan like Funky Prepper. Never. Well, I say never, but if I did, it wouldn't be forever. What's in the Woods? They must have been small soldiers for the ants. Shaz and Adrian, no thanks. Who is it? Why not use a booklet format? Not sure what you mean. What, like doing it a smaller one, do you mean, or something? Or do you, Rick always prepared, do you still eat squirrel? If I get some, I'll always eat squirrel. Nothing wrong with squirrel. Squirrel's, you know, good for eating. Can you see the comments that come up as I'm doing it? Because I notice every now and again I keep getting kind of trolly comments, so I'm just getting rid of them as they come along. So you can, so when these people are writing these things, you can see them, you can see what they've written. Oh yeah. Well, I'll just give you one thing. If I was to answer that question, I've got nothing, no problem with nobody. You know, everyone on earth. You know, they're all alright people. You know, the good and bad in everyone. So, but any of these weird comments which are coming up, I'm just going to delete them straight away, rather than, you know, I don't want to cause offence, or I also don't want to encourage people. I've been on a couple of live streams where people was writing really offensive things, you know, so it doesn't help if people do that. Right, so lots of yeses to you can see what people are writing and what I'm deleting at the same time. This just, it's things like that. That's just people just trying to, you know, basically be trolls, really. GNU Ninja, just had an email from Amazon. Your books are on the way. Ought to get them on Tuesday. Nice one, mate. Like I said, absolutely, honestly, I can't say thank you enough for that. You know, anyone who's bought or had the free one, appreciate it so much. I really can't say thank you enough. What's in the Woods? Seemed a daft question. I don't know why people are asking questions. I think they're just, you know, trying to troll. You didn't, I don't know whether you saw earlier on, but there was one other person writing stuff like that earlier on. Unless it was a genuine question. But I don't know, but I just took that straight away as a trial question, so I just got rid of it. What's in the woods? It was a daft question, really. No need to ask questions like that. So I'm going to go for maybe 10 more minutes because I'm dying to go to the toilet and I've got other things, you know, later to do tonight. But we'll go for another 10 minutes at least. Hard cheese, yes. Inappropriate. Yeah, it is inappropriate. There's no need to put them daft questions on it. Rick, always prepared. Do you EDC a UK legal knife every day? Yep, and I can get it right now and show you it if you want. Got my work bag here. So when I say I EDC it every day, I EDC it every day of the working week, if you know what I mean, you know, Monday to Friday. Hopefully it's in here. Yep. Actually, there's a couple in here. So, the main one, the Swiss Army knife. I can't remember what model this is. It's got the big blade, small blade. The other main things is it's got a really decent saw on it. It's also got scissors and what is apparently, and it does work, a file, and this part of the file is supposed to be a metal cutting saw. So that's UK legal, I think. I'm sure that blade's under 3 inches. And then this other little one, it's just, I don't know why I've got two, to be honest. Just chuck them in the bag. But I think because that's smaller and lighter, whereas that's bigger and got more stuff on it, if you know what I mean. That's those two I do. Who is it? And have some smoke. Hey Jen, what was making the Prepper documentary like? How was it working with a TV crew and opinions on the whole thing? Right, tell you about that. Unbelievably hard work to do. They filmed me constantly with one break for 12 hours asking me to do things. To be honest, it was alright. I was nervous and I thought I was going to look like a fool and all that, because I thought they would make you look like a fool. And they do, and they did keep trying to tell me to do or ask me to do weird things. You know, what was probably stupid, but I would absolutely refuse it. And they keep asking you to say things, and I said, no, I'm not going to say it. So it was alright, and it was pretty good, but it was hard work. You know, I didn't never realise it'd be like that, that it would actually physically knacker you out. And people telling you, oh, can you do this? Oh, can you do that again? Can you do this? Can you show us this? They wanted to see all certain things. And I kept telling them I can't do that, because they at one point, the camera woman said, can you show us some swords and stuff? And I said, I've got swords, but just as a collection. I said, that's nothing to do with what I do, so I'm not showing them. You know, it's kind of weird things like that, but I'm glad I did it, 100%. But you just got to be really careful that you don't make yourself look stupid, and don't give them any ammo to make you look stupid. Anything, you know, because they can soon change things to make you look stupid, if that makes sense. Oh, do you know what? I said I'd put this on charge. I plugged it in and I hadn't even turned it on. Right, let's see what other questions I've got. I hope that answers your question. Definity, do you use a hydrator for prepping foods? No, because I haven't got one, but if I did have one, I would definitely use one. Rick, always prepared, looks like a mini champ. I bought the Swiss champ a while back, awesome knives. Could be, I did used to know the exact model of this one, But I just can't remember now. Hooners, it said, I think that's the Swiss officer's knife. Can't remember. GNU Ninja, looking forward to the books. Need to get some kit. Early start tomorrow night. Good night, mate, and cheers for coming on. I really do appreciate it. Outdoor Eric 10. How do you get all of your gear? We'll slowly buy it bit by bit. I know, like a lot of other YouTube channels, they get sent stuff. I don't. I've probably been sent about 6 things through the entire time I've done YouTube. Most of them, it's not from companies or anything. It's just, say someone watches the channel and they might say, you know, I like your channel, I've got something, do you want to try it? You know, or can I send you something? But apart from that, I buy all my gear, you know, or make it. So I think that's what you meant, mate. Hey Jen, sounds gone weird when you put the charger on, by the way. Well, tell me, H&N, if it's still alright now. Hard cheese. Hope they paid you well. Funny enough, never got paid for it at all. Don't even talk to me about TV license. I hate the TV license. Hooners it said static. HN said still crackly. Shazanat said no. Hooners it said buffering. HN said might be me, not sure. Looks like we've got bad connection again. I think we're back on again normal. I'm going to go for 3 more minutes. So that'll be an hour and a half when it's done. If a question comes through and I don't get to answer it, I'll see if I can write it down and then answer it next time. And also next time I'll charge the phone up completely and then do it. I won't make this mistake again. Outdoor Eric 10, another question. What was your favourite camping or outdoor trip you ever had done? Well, favourite one was, I hadn't been out for absolutely years and years. And then I had another one, went out camping with a couple of people I'd met off of YouTube and Facebook, and that was really decent because I hadn't been for years. So Rick always prepared. It's feedback from the mic being so close to the charger. Someone tell me in a minute if you think that I should take it back out. I will. Staff's Woodsman Neil, depends on what upload speed you have. I think we got pretty good here, to be honest. Hooners it, my first ever doing this online. Hooners it, was nice. See you on your next video. Bye for now. Mark the Mad Scientist. Looks like you only just got on and I'm going to go in a minute, but cheers for coming on, Mark. I'm going to do some more of these, definitely. You know, probably regular ones, so you won't, you know what I mean. I'll get on a bit longer than the next one. I've already been on for an hour and a half already. But cheers for coming on, Mark. You know, I do appreciate it. Hey Jen, the live stream is great. Looking forward to the next one. Cheers, hey Jen, I do appreciate it. Outdoor Eric saying, enjoyed this. What's in the Woods, enjoyed this live chat. Rick always prepared. Cheers, Mark. Look forward to the next one. Mark the Mad Scientist, no problem, dude. Yeah, like I said, I've already been on for an hour and a half. I'm dying. I'm dying to go to the toilet. And obviously I've got to get ready for work in the morning. But so what time it is now? Yeah, well, so I suppose any second. Oh, geez, cheers, Malcolm. Enjoy your pee. I'm going to, I tell you. Well, what I do now is, so I don't want to cut anybody off, if you know what I mean. But, well, I'm going to have to go anyway. So we've done an hour and a half. This was a success. Worked perfectly. Like I said, I've got the phone rigged up on the tripod. Next time I will charge it up and not put the charger in, if that's what's causing some sort of static. And probably try and do it at a time that other people aren't going on the internet. If that will make a difference, I'm not sure. But it's been pretty good, I think. And so I've got that there. This here to read your comments. Works perfect. I'll just have a look if there's any more. Outdoor Eric, goodbye mate. The Irish Hunter, great live stream. See you on the next one. So honest to God, thank you to everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to go now, because otherwise we'll be on here forever. Ask if I can figure out how to turn this off. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you later. Right, hope if I could turn it off.